welcome to New York, my friends. And I decided to start this video with something New Yorkish. Of course, trying out the bagel. I know Tompkins Square bagels are super famous. I tried one of the first days when I moved to New York, and I decided to do it right now. Just look at that. Everything bagel with log spread, super hot, smells amazing. And this video will be a bit more unique as it's my last video from New York. But about that, I will share later. Let's start to eat first. So nice just to walk in Manhattan like that. It's been crazy days with this graduation and everything. So I'm just super enjoying this walk. And finally the weather is more or less nice. It's not super hot, it's not cold, and it's not rainy finally, because this spring it's raining a lot, like a lot. So let's try to enjoy the most. I actually found on like Instagram Reels one super cute dessert place. I really need to check it out before leaving the city. Papa d'Amour is a bakery that rose to fame thanks to its desserts, which have completely won over its visitors. This place is definitely so good. Let me firstly start with matcha. It's souffle matcha latte, and it's very high quality. It's not sweet, and usually I prefer matcha which is a bit sweet. It's not, and if I like it, it means super high quality. Let me try the souffle. Oh, it's nice, like a hard foam. It's super cool. But this dessert, it's insane. There is like white chocolate, bizet or something, and very good jam. I like it. Honestly, it's 10 out of 10, so definitely recommend you. Why is it so accurate right now? Oh my goodness. To be honest, that bagel and the dessert were a bit of stress eating. I still had to bag so much, and I just really needed something to lift my mood. And I bet many of you wondering, why am I moving from New York City if I like the city so much? And it's true, I really love living there. It's an incredible city, but there are several very important reasons. And first of all, the place where I'm living right now, it's a very beautiful apartment located in Astoria, probably one of my most favorite districts in the city, and it's one of the best districts, very safe, very close to everything. I really like living there, but unfortunately, basically I'm subletting a room from the girl who leased the apartment, and our characters didn't meet, and we were having for the past few months conflicts. I didn't feel safe in the apartment. I didn't feel comfortable in the apartment, so I let you know immediately that after my graduation I'll be moving out, and there is absolutely no way I would stay there. I don't want to talk about details, to talk about dirty things or whatever. Like, I don't see the point of this. Just I knew I'm not going to live there after May for sure. And here comes the second reason. And the city is very, very expensive, and it's not a secret. And since my internship ended and I don't receive any more salary from this internship, and I also will get in monthly stipend from university, St. John's University, and I also don't get it anymore. So right now I still have some savings, but in June I had to pay $2,200 to get my OPT card. Basically, it's a permission to work, and this is a lot of money. And I got very stressed, and I got honestly super lost. I've been crying all May because I didn't know what to do, because I knew I had some savings from the past 6 months that I've been saving from my salary, but it's not going to be enough to afford life in the city. especially I don't know when I'm gonna get a job. So if I knew, for example, I would get for sure a job in like 1-2 months, probably it would make sense to still continue paying this expensive rent money, because I knew I would have salary. But at this point, I still have not found a job, so I got very scared. Like I didn't know how much I would need to live in this expensive city. And here comes the third reason. And for renting in New York City, you need to show that your salary a year is 40 times higher the monthly rent. And I don't have these documents to show because, as again, I haven't found a job yet. And my friends and I, in the beginning, were thinking to move in together in the city. And in the end, some of them are moving to another states, another like found cheaper places and staying in these rooms that they rented before. So I basically couldn't get an apartment. I mean, probably I could if I try, but it definitely would be higher prices than I can afford. And because of these three reasons, I had to move out. A big part of me is so excited to move to California. It's the most beautiful state I've seen in the US. The nature, the cities, I feel so lucky to live here, even just for a while. But I will be honest, what I wasn't looking forward to was packing everything up and moving across the country. It is overwhelming how much stuff we carry with us, physically and emotionally, when we are on transition. But then it hit me. Traveling is no longer luxury. It's a part of how we live, connect and grow. Whether you are flying across continents or commuting between the cities, the way you carry your work matters. And that's why I choose Leviate, the suitcase that simplifies everything. And once again, this move was one of these moments when I needed to pack all my life in just few suitcases. And guess what? Each of them turned out to be about 40 kilos, which was a lot. But once again, Level 8 made it feel so manageable because first of all, the wheels were just a dream. They were moving perfectly. It didn't even feel like these suitcases have so much weight, which is super rare. And the zippers were so strong. You cannot even imagine how much stuff I put inside of this. And I believe that the zippers from other suitcases will just give up and break down, but not this. Level 8 is my absolutely favorite suitcase. And I really recommend it to anyone who is always on the move. And next week, they're having a 20% off during the Voyager luggage sale. Check them out and thank me later. The past 2 weeks in New York have been incredibly intense, filled with packing and making the most of every moment with my friends. Some days were beautiful, like our trip to John's Beach on Long Island. In that moment, just being with friends, I felt completely at peace. No stress, no overthinking, just joy. Other days were much harder. Packing up my life, facing uncertainty and saying goodbye, it's been an emotional roller coaster, but somehow I made it through. I really hope that despite everywhere in the world we're gonna live, New York, California, London, anywhere in Europe, during the many decades forward, we're gonna meet in different places together. We're gonna explore new places. We're gonna try different dishes, and we're just gonna share all the moments that's gonna happen in our lives. Because friendship, I believe, is forever. 84 hours left in New York, and I can't believe it. The past few days have been crazy. They were so busy. I don't have time to film almost anything. And on the top of that, yesterday I burned my stomach. I even have no idea how it happens. I was steaming my clothes, and then it looks like I turned it a little bit just for a second, and I burned my stomach so badly. It still hurts, so it's gonna take a while to heal, but shit happens. It doesn't hurt as much as yesterday, so I'm better, and I want to walk in the city a little bit because it's gonna be exciting night. And right now we're gonna meet with my friend Jasmine, but it's so rainy in New York right now. It's so upsetting, but no matter what, we're gonna try to make the most of it, right? Let's go. Hello. Jasmine and I decided to walk in the Central Park, but after the rain, it's so humid. I'm like, look at my hair, like so messy, and I'm sweating. How is the weather?
It's so bad. Well, it's like warm, but our hair is just
So humid, so humid.
blondie and brownie bush.
I'll be missing you so much.
Me too.
But today isn't about sadness. It's about enjoying the good times with my friends.
All right, we're on our way to get the best slice in New York City, Linda's Free Pizza. They have a location here in the West Village and also in Brooklyn and Williamsburg. We're so excited. We are waiting on the line right now, but I think it's going to be very, very worth it because we're going to eat so, so good.
So many of my friends were recommending me this pizza, including Jasmine. Every single one was telling that it's the best pizza in New York. And 2 weeks ago I tried. Officially saying it's absolutely amazing, and last time we waited 40 minutes in the line. Now we're gonna probably wait for like 20 more minutes for that. I couldn't leave New York without trying it out. The place does look beautiful, but let's be honest, everyone came here for the pizza. I got the Lindustry and fig jam and bacon slices, and it was insanely good. So highly recommend. West Village is so beautiful.
So cute.
Especially right now, the weather is warm, like everybody's outside. For New York.
The music hits, the skyline is unbeatable in New York, definitely. Best in the world. And if you're close to like the Penn Station area, which a lot of tourists always are, this is definitely a must-hit place. You can easily miss it, but that's the thing about New York. If you know where to go, you're gonna have the time of your life.
You have to come through to Blue 33 Hotel. Amazing rooftop, happy hour deals, $10 drinks. You can't go wrong. The cocktails are amazing. Come try it out. You love it.
We absolutely didn't expect anything, just first place we found on Google, but so cool. But my friends, that's not the end of the night. Now we're really gonna celebrate the last weekend in New York City. And what could be better than spending the last days in New York, but going to MetLife Stadium to listen to my most favorite performer. Guess who? The yesterday concert was absolutely cool. I was very nicely surprised about the organization after the concert with transportation, because honestly it's in New Jersey. I was very worried like how we're gonna be getting home. But there were buses that took us to the train station, and already from train station we easily got to Penn Station in Manhattan. So that's super cool. As for the concert, it's my second time on the weekend concert. It's one of my absolutely most favorite performers. But unfortunately, because I got basically one of the cheapest tickets, and we've been sitting up front there, and the sound was a little bit bad. Probably the worst sound from the concert I've seen. I couldn't even hear sometimes what he's singing, also because of all the people screaming and etc. So that was a little bit of disappointment, but overall, great experience. My first time at MetLife, so I mean, I needed to visit this stadium before leaving New York. But as for now, let's take a chai latte at my favorite place and spend the last day in New York together. I came right now to my most favorite district in New York called Long Island City. On my first day when I just moved to New York 2 years ago, this was the first place I went to. So call me sentimental, but I decided that I have to come here on my last day as well, because I don't know, it's still such a dream to live here. This park, sidewalk, like views, I will remember for the rest of my life. But let's not get too sentimental, shall we? Later on, I had to donate some of my things because I just couldn't bring everything with me. And it was finally time to leave my apartment behind. The end of this era, I'm moving out. Fortunately, I was able to sell some of my furniture to the new girl who will be living here. So that's amazing. And I'm so ready for the new chapter of my life. Goodbye, Astoria. I will really miss you. But now it's time to move on. To say goodbye to my New York friends, to pack my whole life into a few suitcases and leave the city behind. So where am I going next? Not going to lie, I didn't know for a while what to do. And the past 2 months been the most stressful since I moved to the US, and probably one of the most stressful in general, because there is just so much uncertainty, and uncertainty is the worst. So I was feeling lost for a while, but fortunately my two really good friends, Cara and Casey, who live right now in California, offered me to stay in their place. And obviously I'm going to pay some rent to help them out, but it's definitely going to be times cheaper than here in New York City. And that rent I would actually be able to afford, not spending all my savings, and still be able to save up something. So I made my decision that at this point of my life, the best scenario is moving to California. How am I feeling about this? Honestly, I don't know. Because, I really wanted to make it in New York. And they say, if you make it here, you'll make it everywhere. But unfortunately, I couldn't make it. And I have to leave. So I'm feeling like a failure. And it's very difficult emotionally, but you know how much I love California. I think it's the most beautiful state, and I am excited. I will have my friends over there. I wouldn't need to pay so much in rent as I used to do in New York, and it's gonna be a new chapter of my life. I'm gonna have one, not the interview, but a test in the company here in LA. So I want to think that everything what's not done is for the best, and California will treat me well, and hopefully even better than New York. I will keep you posted, guys. I will try to make more videos. I'm not going to lie, it's so difficult to make videos right now emotionally, because for recording this, for editing, I need some, mental health, which I didn't have much. But I will try to do my best, and I just wanted to say a huge thank you for all your support, huge support during my studies in New York. You really helped me out, and thank you so much for watching. My friends, if you would like to support my channel a little bit more and help me out right now, I would appreciate any donations on Buy Me a Coffee, or if you could join my Patreon community. It's definitely non-mandatory or anything, but if you feel like helping me out, I appreciate it. And of course, the best support is press the like button to this video and subscribe to my channel. And let's explore the world together, shall we? I will see you very soon.